Mexico in the green and white extreme jerseys, kicking off to Spain in their blue jerseys. That one doesn't go 10.
While both of these teams are young and inexperienced on the World 7 Series, it's going to be a case of the Spanish relying on their brilliant passing skills to move this Mexican team around. If they do so, and the Mexicans tire, it will be a tough ask for the men in green.
So, Spain, simple move off the start. Moreno powering through the legs. He's dumped 20 meters out.
Advantage 12 green.
Advantage being played. Jaime Mata on the ball. He spots space on the left.
Advantage is over.
And a really good step from Arno Andres.
Advantage.
He scored a couple yesterday. He's been a bright spark. Still going for the line, and they've got there. Manu Moreno. First score for Spain.
With the Mexicans playing with a sweeper, dropping one man out the line, it means the gaps are all through the middle, and as soon as the support floods through, Mexican defense just falling off these big, powerful Spanish attackers. And Moreno is a beneficiary for the first score for the Spanish.
Conversion's good. Moreno adding to his tally here in Edmonton. Got a try yesterday in that big win over Chile. Spain made the final 8 last week in Vancouver, but not able to repeat in the Cup quarterfinal stage, so they're playing in this 9th place semifinal. The left foot of Jaime Mata hangs that one up there, although good work from Mexico to just clean up the loose ball.
Holding on, put it down.
That was Revilla Beltran, but he's been penalized. Messi there. Again, knocked down in the tackle.
Just a knock on in the tackle.
So, scrappy start. The Spanish side, as we mentioned, only Paul Pla remaining from the Rio 2016 Olympic side, and obviously didn't have a team in Tokyo this year.
No, and there's a lot on his shoulders, not only in play and in his performances, but also just guiding these younger players through. Paul Pla, with more experiences, 22 series events than the whole of the other teams combined. So he really is someone that these younger players have been looking to.
Yeah, and there's our man being asked to leave the field. This is just an HIA protocol. The doctor who's watching this game on the side suggests there may have been a contact situation where he's in some jeopardy. Just needs to be assessed with the HIA head injury assessment.
Yeah, absolutely. Really important. That's an independent doctor as well, just to specify. He is one of their best players, Carmona, and this is the reason why he's been checked. That collision there.
Friendly fire.
That's a big shot.
Bind.
It's a shame because Alberto Carmona is outstanding to watch. Exciting player. He provided a moment of brilliance yesterday, kicking up a ball and putting in a run.
Yeah, filthy looking hair as well. The cornrows, a little bit of that in the sevens.
So Mexico's allowed to replace that player, so it's 7-on-7 still.
Advantage 10 green.
You heard it from our referee. Advantage.
Advantage is over.
A really strong, hard straight line from Pau Auria. Clinical work from the Spanish.
Yeah, and it is under that thing of disappointment from yesterday. Spoke to Pablo Feiju after their last pool game, and they knew they probably hadn't done enough in terms of points difference to stop Hong Kong progressing instead of them. So these days are difficult enough physically and psychologically, and to have that disappointment, come back and play as they are, that's what the coach wants to see.
You see the overcommitment by the men in the green jerseys, 2 tackling 1. What do you have to do to eliminate that?
It's all about staying square in the game of sevens, and it sounds quite a strange concept when it's a very lateral game, but as soon as you over-chase and turn your shoulders to the side, those inside breaks all the more easier, and it's really hard to change direction to stop offloads, and that's what the Spanish are going to do to you.
It's funny when you see a team like Kenya or South Africa defending brilliantly, you don't realize, but that's what they're doing. They're holding that squared up defensive wall.
It's like a table football game. 6 or 7 of them need to be connected rather than just one-off defenders.
Oh, that hand went out. Oh, he's going to go to the yellow. The hand was going up. I know there's little tolerance for that. It wasn't an intentional knock-on, obviously, but the interpretation
doesn't matter.
So.
Yeah, exactly that. It's the first time we really talked about the risk and reward of the game of sevens, but if you don't get it, then you're getting a sin bin.
Had he held it, was under the post, but for the moment, Spain will be short for 2 minutes. Great opportunity for Mexico here, only down 2 scores here in this 9th place semifinal. Again, not a great tactic coming in tight there as they have the extra man. They want to stretch the Spanish defense.
You're off your feet.
Illegal hands and off the feet by the Spanish arriving players.
Yeah, good shout, referee there, Cisco Lopez. Aware of what he's looking for. You can compete over it, but you have to maintain that balance. Lost it, and therefore the wording is off your feet. Quite right.
Again, a tactic we've seen in the tournament. Mexico choose to kick for touch, but had they chosen a scrum, would have opened up some more space for the six men on Spain trying to defend.
Yeah, there's Pablo Feiju, tactician
Spain,
for the Spanish.
somebody here.
And he'll be aware of this line-out opportunity to try and steal the ball back. Three men against each other. Lifting is often seen, change the direction, and then height of throw. Many aspects need to be executed.
Patricio Falcon jumps on it. It's been a big weekend for the Falcon family. The brothers playing here for Mexico, and the other brother coaching the women's team or helping out with the women's team. So
Left foot.
great contribution by the Falcon family. Ooh, there's a kind of the head. That ball may be out. It says on it quickly is Nicolas Falcon. Then the chip through off the left boot of Martinez. Can't quite get the bounce, much to the chagrin of the local crowd here.
Oh, what a skill set, though. Runs lateral, as you're saying, it can happen a lot in sevens, but puts it on the left foot, finds the gap between, and unfortunately, the bounce doesn't quite work out. Nearly comes off.
Open up. Mexico, you need somebody here.
Doesn't quite get
somebody
there,
here.
just right in front.
So it's Spain. Still one short. Carmona in the bin, just seconds remaining in his yellow card. Good offload out of the tackle, off the ground. And there's the man we've spoken of, Popla on the field. He's been high tackled. Quick tap. Mexico falling off a few tackles here. But credit Moreno.
Tackle now.
He's done his job. That is his job in this side, is to get those hard yards.
He has to roll first.
Quick hands, quick overlap. And it is Manu Moreno.
Try Spain.
Looking strong for the Spanish now. When they've got ball in hand, that's where they're happiest. Moving the defenders around, getting the penalties because of the tightness coming through for the Mexicans. And again, missed tackle. Bit of a cheap shot for Martin.
And Andres, the provider there, he has a nice little look to him, doesn't he? He seems to love this sevens game. Couple tries, and this time Moreno adds to his tally. His second here in Edmonton. And the kick is good. So after a completed first half of play, Spain are up 21 points to 0 over Mexico. Well, that's what's to come here in Edmonton, the Super Session, fifth place playoff, the third place playoff, and for the first time ever in Edmonton, a women's competition, the Fast Four women's event. A little upsets yesterday, and be some interesting semifinals in that one. And then, of course, the Cup final, won last week by the Blitzbaka from South Africa in Vancouver. Will they repeat here? Home side have put their hands up with a big quarterfinal victory. GB also in good form, as well as the Kenyans, who were in the final last week. So lots to come here in Edmonton. It's a great stadium that was built for the 1978 Commonwealth Games. Hosted the World Athletics Finals here, and actually hosted a Women's Rugby World Cup final in 2006 when England and New Zealand contested the final. How far have we come from what was a handful of people in here watching it to what we're going to have this year? Really looking forward to the women's WXV, the Women's World Cup down in New Zealand this year. Well, welcome back to Edmonton. The 9th place semifinal. It is Mexico contesting this one. to come north to play against Spain in your blue jersey. Spain are in command right now, 21 points to 0. Try of the tournament. First step completed. They've gathered the ball off the kickoff. Carmona still in the bin. That one doesn't go to hand. That could be dangerous. Good awareness from Patricio Falcon to clean that up. And a well-timed contest from Paul Plat. Larraga Martinez shifts it to out wide. Well, solid defense from Spain. Mexico not even able to gather the ball, and that's left it wide open. The counter ruck produces the score for Emilien Cabale off the bench.
You mentioned the contest at the breakdown, Tristan's celebration, but it's about competing over the top, not necessarily for the ball, but through the man. And that's good graft from Reina, and he left it wide open for Cabale.
Well, Rob, I know you've been in that position. There's nothing worse as the scrum half trying to clear that ball away and bodies are landing on top of you.
No, exactly that. Difficult enough to dig it out, yet alone when you're getting buried by another man. It really is a contest in this game, and it's why the likes of South Africa, Kenya can be so dominant with possession, because they can control those areas of the game.
And the Spanish players much more physically prepared, working in a full-time environment. The Rugby Europe Sevens Championship, where they prepared for this event earlier in the year. They won that competition. Again, the kickoff could have been gathered by Mexico, but it's been knocked on, so advantage. Good stepping.
Yeah, no advantage.
Again from Moreno. So we're all going to start it all again. I mentioned for Jamaica, one of the things they're preparing for is their qualifier series for the RAN, Rugby Americas North. It'll be October 16th and 17th. The Firemines RAN Sevens.
Time's back on.
Big competition where not only Mexico and Jamaica, but 8 other RAN teams will compete for a chance to go to the World Cup qualifier.
It's like a short list of dream holidays, isn't it? Bermuda, Guyana, Belize, Turks and Caicos, Dominican Republic, Barbados. I mean, I'd happily be involved in any of those.
Thank you to Brian Kelly, the communications manager for RAN Rugby. It's all part of the story here at the 2 stops of Canada Sevens here on the HSBC World Sevens Series. We will crown a champion for this year. It won't be Spain, but they're running in another one. And Monty Williams gets a nice moment coming off the bench.
And they're all nice celebrations to see. Tribal tattoo on the arm as well. Mori. A nice step in the middle. You know it's a good side step when you're not getting touched. 2 of them coming through from Reina. Again, he's had a couple of nice touches, both over the ball and with it.
I'm going to age myself, but he's like a Spanish Phil Bennett out there, stepping hard off the right foot.
There's always YouTube. You see people able to pick that up.
He's got to be content with this. He will move through to the final if this score holds up to play against Chile. Another great opportunity.
And it's about minutes on the pitch for these guys, isn't it? Trying to just practice in a game environment, go through those big moments and motions and make sure that you're growing as a player.
Well, we saw it with the Mexican women's team yesterday. Not really up to much in Vancouver, but shocked a few teams, got 2 tries and put the host Canadians under the gun early on.
Blue,
really
offside.
some nice moments and some nice learnings there for the Mexican women's side here.
10 from here, 10 from here.
Can the Mexican men's side get on the board?
Offside.
Yet to score a try here. I think the crowd would reward them if they could get in over the Spanish try line. Well, they've done the first step there, a really good kick, taking them 15 meters out from the Spanish line.
Spain, you're here. Son Jesus, watch the front.
Palaguera looking on. He'll be interested to see what they'll do in their first effort in the opposition's quarter.
There it is, set play. A little bit static. Now they're out of the 20. Work line out for that result. Big shoulders dropped. There's some hard yards gains. Hernandez Nunez pushes it wide. The floating pass. Just those skills letting them down and putting the receiver under pressure.
And look where they're at now, back to the halfway line. That's good defense, but it's also a little bit of awareness in their attack. They obviously see systems of how teams want to play and setting up this typical line-out framework, but it doesn't always have to be the case. You can do things differently, target the front of the line-out, play at the back of the line-out, do things that are going to benefit your probably slightly limited skill set for the Mexicans. And it's not offensive saying that, but if they can't string these passes together with massive width, then don't try to.
So, huge opportunity for Spain here. Options both sides of the midfield scrum, although it's Mexico that seem to counter scrummage, but they've been penalized for not driving straight. Another spill there.
Let's play the knockout.
Well, great story behind this Mexican. Those uniforms, which are fantastic with their national logos, donated in part by ex-Canadian international Eddie Evans, Extreme Rugby Wear, his company. So nice to see rugby people helping out rugby programs. It's been a popular item here in Edmonton at the sales booth.
Coach. Bind. Set.
So, Mexico, the scrum's better this time. They hold it. Again, going very deep to get it wide. Three men in the 15-yard channel, and that's what happens when you put that many bodies in one area of the field. You're going to find contact. Quick flip out from Nunez. Ansira avoiding one tackle, then lifted up unceremoniously. Finally, it's a ruck.
He has to roll first.
Too quick for the Spanish player arriving.
Yeah, looking a bit messy. Referee's always going to give the action of the roll away. The player competing, not a problem. Someone known as Mana, you're going to be doing your hard work, but it's the rolling away of the tackler that the referees first look for. It's almost a sequential thing. They see if it's clear and then what the actions are of the player coming in.
So that misses touch as the Hooters sounded here. Would have given Mexico another line out, but in the end, it's going to be a penalty and a yellow card. This game won't end. Yeah, unfortunate.
Outside.
Because he knocked it on. So we'll see what Spain's attitude is here. They're going to set up and they go for an attack. Again, a chance for them to work a set piece move. 7-on-6, last play of the game, barring any more penalties. Spain creating the overlap out wide. And lots of fun for Emilian Cabale. Off the bench in the second half. He celebrated last time. Well, he gave us a 1 last time. This could be the 2 because it's his second of the match. Simple work from Spain. Cabale's enjoying that one. All these players connected to play for a different reason. All playing for their nations. Fittingly, the left foot of Jaime Mate is the last act here. In the 9th place semi-final, Spain will move through to